So the Apostle Paul goes on and he says so many things to us about this veil, but it's so important for us just to understand that this veil has been taken away. I said it has been taken away. I said it's already been taken away. We're not going to take it away today. It's already been taken away. You see, you've been looking through the glass darkly. That's what you've been doing. And you know what the glass darkly is? It's this thing in here. The natural mind of man. And everything you see through there, you think you want another pair of glasses because nothing is clear. Nothing is clear.
Very foggy.
So it says, nevertheless, when you turn to the Lord, the veil will be taken away. And so he says in verse 18, but we all, with open face, no veil. Now, God says, we're going to bypass this little bit of thing in here, you know, that we think is so important because it's in here where our intellect and intelligence is. But this is the natural mind. And actually, that is your veil. The reason why you cannot understand God, the reason why you don't really know who you are, is because this mind is going to tell you lies.
That's right.
It runs and functions out of 5 senses. Sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell. That's your reality. You create your reality, your life, out of 5 senses. What you see, touch, taste, smell, and hear. But I want to tell you something. These eyes will lie to you every time. If you think you're looking at reality with these eyes, I'm telling you, don't believe it. Why not? 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 18. Or for the connection, let's go back to verse 17. Our light affliction, which is but for a moment, is working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, but only while we are not looking. Only while you're not looking at the things you can see. Because if you're looking at things with these eyes, your eyes are lying to you. That is not reality. You say, what if I've been to the doctor and the doctor says, I'm sorry sir, but you've got cancer and it's into your lungs. And he said, I'll show you. And he pulls up the x-ray and says, see that dark spot down there? There's your cancer. So you look at it, that's my cancer. Oh Lord, I've got cancer. You go home, I've got cancer. Why? You believed your eyes. You believed what your eyes told you. And what does Paul say? Don't look at anything with these eyes because they'll lie to you. They'll never tell you the truth. He said, only while you look not at the things that are seen, but at the things which are not seen. Because the realities of this world, the reality is in the unseen world. It's in the realm of spirit. And you can't see it with these eyes. Oh Lord, help us today. You see? So we go and we believe the doctor what? Well, he tells us. I mean, this guy ought to know. He spent 5 years studying in the university. And he's had about, 10 years of practice. Probably put 20 people in the grave through the practice, That's what they call the doctor's work. It's called a practice. Well, he's still practicing. But it's okay, because if you don't have anything else, the doctor's the best thing you can get. So he can help you maybe a little bit some ways. I'm not knocking the doctors at this moment. I would just want to tell you that your eyes are going to lie to you, your ears are going to lie to you, and what you touch and taste and smell. Anything you can touch with your hand has no reality. Has no reality. It's passing away. I don't mean that it's, you know, there's nothing there. I mean it doesn't have a reality. What is a reality? Let me define it for you because this is important. A reality is something that always was. It had no beginning, and it always will be, and it will have no end. Amen. Is sin a reality? No. No. Why? It had a beginning, and it had an end 2,000 years ago. Yeah. Okay? So sin is not a reality. So then, they talk about an eternal hell. An eternal hell. Can you show me in the Bible where hell was always there and that it would always will be? No, sir. Anyway, it's the figment of the imagination of man. That's because the veil is still across the eyes of our theologians, particularly the Old Testament, because it's back there that they see what they think is the angry God. Wipe them out, boys. Go out there, kill the Amalekites. Kill the men, the women, the children, the animals, the whole bunch. Just wipe them out, boys. Wipe them out. That's our God. That's what they say. No, I want you to build an ark. So for 120 years, boy, he was a slow builder. 120 years he's building that ark. And all the time, every afternoon, in his lunch hour break, he would preach to the people. And say, I'm building this for you guys, because one day this town, this place is going to flood, and you can come in here and you can be saved. Well, he wasn't much of a preacher. After 120 years, the only people he convinced was his own family. So they have climbed into the ark. God said, don't worry about the boys out there. Don't worry about the people out there. You know, I'm just going to send the rain anyway. And of course, they just wiped them all out. Well, that's how we read the Bible. Oh, Lord. God help us. That's the angry God. But they forget that in Jeremiah chapter 7 verse 21, God said to Israel, hey, I never asked you to make all those sacrifices to me. I never told you. I never told your fathers to make those sacrifices to me. Oh, Lord, help us. Why? What happened? Because in the Old Testament, Israel lived in the darkness. It was nighttime. And the only light they had was the moon. So they lived by the moonshine. Yeah. They never had the true light of God. But don't blame them, because Jesus Christ had not yet come. So they didn't have that model. They didn't have God's original man. They never had that. We are the ones that have had the original man. God put him on this earth. And every time I read in my eye of the Spirit, I look into his face. God says, that's who you are. I said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we are the sons of God, but it does not yet appear what we shall be. But when we see him,
we shall be.
Oh, brother, do you believe in the second coming of Christ? I said, sure. And I believe in the third coming too. And the fourth coming, the fifth coming, and the 100th coming. I believe in all of them. No, I'm talking about the second coming. Well, tell me which one was that?
Not in the Bible.
Well,